Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Very glad that I'm now speaking to you.
Um, Thank you. That's sweet of you. I'm so
Taha,
sorry. I kept you waiting. Not bad.
that's okay. It's understandable. You're the world's super crush at the moment, so I'm not surprised. You're probably fighting off so many things at the moment, so many people wanting your attention. So I do not blame you at all. That's okay. So Taha, what a
Thank
lovely
you.
name first. Let's start with your name. What does it mean?
It's um, it's a prayer. It's a prayer. It's called Surat Taha, which is in
Oh,
the
in the
Quran.
Quran. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's one of the 99 names of Allah. And but if you want to take the literal translation of it, then Surat Taha means prayer of, and then Taha is blank in the Quran. Like in the translated version, it's actually just a blank. So I guess it's perfect since I'm an actor. I can just like I be whatever I want now.
Mold into anything. That's brilliant.
I,
The reason why I was asking is because I recall a conversation with Madhuri Dixit, and she recalls back when she first made it big, and it was off the release of Tajdar. And she says, when I knew I'd made it because my fans recognized me as Mohini, because that's what her character name was in that particular film. Is that the same thing that's happening with you now with Tajdar from Heeramandi?
Thank you for
Rather
saying
than
that. No,
Taha?
sharing that story with me. No, no, really. Yeah, people only know me as Tajdar now. My father calls me as Tajdar. My friends call me as Taj. They- so I have become Taj. Taj has become synonymous with me at the moment.
And because it obviously it's so similar, like, Madhuri, as you were saying, Madhuri, Mohini, M, so people just resonated with that. And obviously now she's a household name, so let's hope Taha becomes that.
No,
Not
and even here, Tajdar Baloch and Taha Badussha. So TB. I mean, yeah, it just
That's
it's
it.
absolutely yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
like this was completely made for you, wasn't it? Um,
I
and
a
that's and
blessing.
that's yeah, that's great. So tell me about your life post Hiramandi. What's it been like for you now that it's out and everybody's been talking about it, and it's still being talked about even though it's been months since it's released on Netflix. It's just the talk of the world at the moment, isn't it? Not even the town or the city or the country, it's the world that's talking about it.
It's really all because of Sanjay Leela Bhansali, sir, right? I mean, he has made something which the whole world likes. I mean, it's not something just our country likes, but people from France, Germany, Norway, Kenya, from Australia. I mean, all over. Getting messages. I've gotten messages. I'm getting messages from all over the place. And I believe that it really, I'm just a small little pawn in it, right? I mean, the king is Mr. Bhansali and the queen is Netflix, right? So it's really because of them that all of us have been able to reach out or reach the hearts of so many people, right? And it's only because of them. Of course, my performance comes in much later when they do actually watch the show because, I mean, if the show wasn't going to be marketed at that level or didn't have a director with such, such a great history, then really we would not be able to get to where we are today. So all thanks to Mr. Bansali, life has changed. Like you just said, what happened with Madhuri ma'am. It has happened to me. It's happened to me in France. It has happened to me in Dubai. It's happened to me. It's happening to me over here. People driving by in autos are seeing me in the car and they're like, Tajdar, Tajdar. So no, definitely after 15 years of hard work, 15 years of hustle, 50 years of praying, believing, having faith, keeping faith, not losing your hopes. I think that I am really grateful and makes you very humble. And plus, you value every single comment, you value every single message, you value one person. I mean, there was nobody looking at you. And then all of a sudden, Tajdar happens. And then now everybody knows you as Tajdar and everybody is recognizing your face. And it doesn't, and it's not just they're recognizing me with the mustache, they're recognizing me just the way I am,
Yeah.
So that's really truly a win. Truly is. It's a win, not for me. Like I said, I'm just the end product of what all the efforts my mother, my team,
Yeah.
have put in for so many years. I mean, they are the unseen heroes
Yeah.
right? And I'm the scene hero. It's just basically that. But I'm literally the tip of the iceberg. But to build and to come up, it's really all the foundation is my mom, my brother, his wife, all my Tushar, all my team who've been there with me for years when I had nothing, when I was being written off the industry, right? They stuck by and they believed in my vision. They believed in my hard work. So yeah, I mean, this is not really my win. It's not. It's so many people behind it, and more than that, especially like you would know, since you weren't born here in India.
Yeah.
Right. We both are outsiders, right? I was born in Abu Dhabi. You must have born in maybe London or UK, wherever.
Yeah.
UK.
But heritage is Indian, like yours.
Yeah. Heritage is Indian, but the thing is that it's a win for us. For me, like for us outsiders of India.
Yes.
Who's dreaming to maybe make something or do something in this industry. So now, with all the blessings of everybody out there in the world who have blessed me, now so many more people will try and venture in, and they'll be like, no, I mean, if he can do it, then I can do it too. It's like, and I've always looked up to Katrina Kaif because she was really the pioneer of somebody who came from outside and made it. So now maybe, I really always wish that I could be the male version of it, and maybe that's happening.
Well, it definitely seems like a step in the right direction. I think you're going the right way. And I think, you mentioned the word proud earlier. It makes us proud because your journey is now going to inspire so many other people. It's going to give lots of other people loads of hope now that we should never give up on what we really want to do in life. If this is our calling, it will come just when the time's right, obviously. And it's definitely the right time for you, for sure, isn't it? So that's great. Now, obviously, in Heeramandi, you were a hopeless romantic in the series, and we loved you for that. But obviously, our audience, and secretly me as well, we want to know, is how romantic is Taha in real life? Are you a hopeless romantic as well?
I have been, and I've gotten kicked in places we don't want to get kicked. In the Kunahas.
Oh no!
No, man, it really takes you nowhere, bro. Right now, in this day and age, people don't appreciate it. You give them your all.
Oh no, my heart's breaking listening to this now. Don't tell me you've had your heart broken.
Yeah, no, I've really I mean, of course, it's part of life. Everybody's heart is broken, but I'm saying that at times you can date people, you like people, but sometimes somebody in your life just really comes and you just fall in love.
Yeah.
Where everything, every breath is about that person.
Yeah.
And if you haven't experienced that kind of love, you haven't experienced love.
Wow.
Right? But the worst part is that this day and age is that many people, and especially in maybe the industry that I'm in, everybody is for themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
everybody wants to just like me first, I hear my face, this, that, So when I did fall, and I did fall really, really deeply in love, and then basically it comes off as you're being so clingy. Like, bro, come on, man. I mean, I made your dreams my dreams. I've sacrificed myself, my worth, my self-worth, and you're saying that I'm clingy, right? Like, so yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't made mistakes or things like that. But again, at this day and age, being a hopeless romantic is really just calling for trouble. Right. So now I've understood and to be honest, after getting your heart broken and then me just studying everything on YouTube about love, right? how to understand what is happening in my life. They have all these different terminologies about now all these new terms have come in, right? Instead of a relationship, there's a bloody situationship. I'm like, what? What is a situationship?
It's true.
What? Right? So I don't understand. I don't. I just don't like it. I've grown up in my childhood was in the 90s. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have right swipe, left swipe. You know, I was a love letter guy. I was a guy of, roses, and I was a guy of like throwing those letters inside the bus because I could not speak to her. I was the kind of guy who would run for kilometers just to see the girl in the balcony who was on the bloody 8th floor, right? And be happy with that.
The Shah Rukh Khan style.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're all influenced with that, but yeah, not worth it, man. Not worth it. I don't think I can fall in love like that ever again. Never say never, because love chooses you. You don't choose it. True. But as of now, I think I've reached a stage in my life where I believe that everything has to be equal. You going head over heels over somebody and saying that, oh my God, you're everything, right? Is again just putting yourself in a deep hole. And please don't do that, anybody who's listening. It's always one step you, one step me.
Yeah.
We come together towards each other equally. Yeah. And if it doesn't, then you better understand what is stepping back. Because the girl was telling me to take a step back, right? And I'm like, oh, what is a step back? Like, what do you mean? I didn't understand, because, but yeah, so now I understand all of it. I have done my PhD in this. All right. Now I know what one step back is, what two step backs is, what 10 steps.
You've qualified in that subject.
I have qualified, bro. I've qualified. And
mastered it. Fantastic. So going back now to Heeramandi and your character, obviously you've said in many interviews that originally you were being considered for a smaller character role in the series.
Oh, yes.
And then you landed the main role. Did that add any pressure on you in terms of, now I've got this, I have to work even more harder and do more than expected to make sure I prove myself?
No, I think I've been doing that for so many years now. It's just become,
that habit's gone now.
Yeah, no, it's really not that. I mean, I have a personal drive in my life to be the hardest working person. Right. So that's why I really, just as an example, right. This is my, I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, I can. Oh my God. Is that your diary? Your calendar?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And this is every day.
Oh my God.
Right? So I know exactly where my time goes. I know exactly what I'm doing with my time. And I put in my life, right? Because I know nobody else is going to help me out. Nobody else has ever stood there, besides, of course, my family and certain people, but nobody else, right? Everybody, in fact, who likes people to like do well?
Of course.
Right? I mean, you got to really, when you put in that 100% effort, like 1,000% effort, and you know that there's really nothing else you can do, then you don't really feel like that for other people. You don't feel envious or jealous. You definitely, and my teacher also taught me, and he's instilled this in me. His name is Dr. Das. He's like, when you see somebody who's great or is really good, don't become envious or jealous. Instead, ask yourself how you can make yourself better. Don't be impressed, be inspired. Be inspired and then start working on yourself instead of like, oh, how come he did it? How did they do it? Oh my God, like how come it's not happening to me? It's so bad and bad luck. It's not that, bro. Like, the more you think of things like that, it really affects you negatively. The negative aura around you gets increased. So I'm so glad I got a person in my life who told me this, and it stuck with me in my mind that whoever does well, I'm like, great. It's not in my hands. I'm not going to try and, I'm not going to invest my time trying to become like you or bring you down. Instead, I'm going to invest all my time in bettering myself.
Yeah.
In choosing and making choices which help me and things that I can control. What I can control is very simple things. Sleep early, wake up early, work hard, don't miss your classes, don't follow your feelings of, I don't feel like going to the gym, you got to leave all those things, and make those choices, because that's the only thing in your hands, right? There's nothing else in your hands. The success was not in my hands. Being even like you said, I was selected in a small role. I was okay with it, you know. But becoming Tajdar again, and getting selected or being even being what's it called in the shortlist for it by in Mr. Bansali's head, not in my hands. Not in my.
Yeah.
What was in my hands was in all those years that I have made a choice of going to my acting classes, to going to UPB, to going here and there to improv classes, you know, to study reading books. Those are my choices, which then finally I could use it in that audition where he selected or he wanted me to give one try. So like opportunity meets preparation is equal to success, right? And that's what it is, bro. Like, yeah.
That's great. No, that's good advice, actually. So, Heeramandi, obviously on Netflix, which means that most of us can watch it more than once, and a lot of us have. I've watched the series twice now. How many times have you watched it? And what's your favourite scene?
Man, to be very honest, I haven't even watched it once completely.
That's not good.
Yeah. No. I mean,
I suppose it's difficult because you've had promotions.
I've seen the parts where I am not there.
Yeah.
I've seen
really?
those parts. Yeah. Where I'm there, I'm like, okay, I know what I've done. Like I know, right? So okay, fine. I know how it was going to turn out, right? Which is great. So the parts where I was not, I wanted to see what the story does, but really, I don't have time to watch anything, you know. And I was wondering at times, like my team also, like some people we meet at events and they're like, sorry, I've been busy, I'm not able to watch it. And I'm like, bullshit. how can you not have time, man? Come on, bro. Don't BS me, bro. And then it's true.
It's true. No, it's true. People binge watch stuff on Netflix. They can't say they don't have time. I've watched it twice. So no, it's not. You know, you're right. I agree with you, and it's so good. You should actually watch yourself. But are you one of those actors? Because I've interviewed a few actors, and they said, once I make a film or once I'm in a series, I don't like watching myself on screen, so I don't watch it. Are you one of them, or is it simply because you've not had time?
It's no. I don't mind watching myself. Of course, I'm going to be judging myself a lot more than anybody else. All right. But I have watched a few things, and I have tried to pick out certain mistakes. But as of now, even my dad is a very big critic for me, and my teacher, Dr. Das, they both haven't been able to pick out any mistakes, right? Which I'm really happy for. So because I've really used everything possible what Dr. Das has taught me, and I'm like, he should be proud, you know, because he's such a great teacher, and he's taught me anything and everything I know about acting, right? So because even when he watched the previous series, Taj, he's like, you could have done this, and I'm like, damn it, I could have. You know, and in this one, he didn't have anything to say. He's like, I'm proud of you. Oh,
nice. Yeah.
And so, yes. To impress Dr. Das is really a big win for me. He's never impressed.
Wow.
He's never impressed.
That's a good compliment then. That's a really good compliment to get. That's really...
I mean, I understand the people and everything, which is great. But when your guru taught you everything, he's like, proud of you. Good job. Yes. Yes. You know,
you made it. That's it.
I do something. My dad is like, yeah, but I know maybe I was thinking this, and he would give me an example of Mr. Bachchan. I'm like, he's Mr. Bachchan. How can you give me an example of Mr. Bachchan? Right? And he's like, no, but that's where I see you, and you know, you could have done this in all my previous roles. And this one, he's like,
so they've given you the benchmark. That's the benchmark you've got to set. That's where you need to be.
Shah Rukh Khan, sir, Bachchan Saab, Morgan Freeman, Leo, or whether it be these are like the epitome of what my...
You got big shoes to fill then, Taha. You got massive shoes to fill. No pressure.
No pressure.
Not at all. So, going back to Heeramandi, tragically you die in the series. We were so heartbroken when that happened, but
I love dying in series. I love my shows and movies, by the way. I love it.
You love dying. Don't say that. Don't pick scripts just because you enjoy dying. We don't want to see you dying. We want to see you have a happy ending.
I really like, you know, that scene where I died. Like there was there was no dubbing done for that scene.
Really?
There was no background music. If you listen
that's
to
right.
the
It's just you saying, that freedom. Yeah, that's it.
So
wow.
There was the whole crescendo of me doing that, and that whole.
But you're upside down. That must have been really difficult then to.
7 hours we were upside down, up and down.
7 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
7. Yeah, it was.
I bet you didn't need a gym workout that day.
No, I always work out. Because workout makes me feel alive.
Yeah.
Right. Like especially even on shoot days, I might not do like what I do on a regular basis of like 3 to 4 hours. I do 1 hour.
Yeah.
But it's enough. As long as I go into a nice heavy sweat, like I really sweat, I'm happy. It makes me happy. Dopamine release, serotonin release, everything's happy. Right. So it makes me feel like I've achieved something in the day. Right.
Yeah.
1 hour. Okay. Right. But so when I went upside down, I made it a point. I'm like, if I win this scene, if people feel 2 things in this scene, they feel like they have to first feel like, no, please, oh, no, oh. Yeah. If they feel that, number 1. Number 2, they should feel disgusted because of the kind of my puke which is coming out of my bloody nose.
Yeah.
And I was puking internally. And then I was going up through my nose and coming out.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and I made that happen, right? And I'm like, if I get this right, and if the audience and the people who watch it, they just go to a standstill moment, like,
yeah, it literally was for me.
And then they start crying, then I'm like, that is my win. That is the win. There's nothing which can compare to that. And if I win that scene, then people are going to love my character, and that's all I want. And I'm so happy that people felt that. They felt disgusted. They didn't want to see it, but they had to see it. But they feel there was so much going on.
Yeah, it was.
And I was imagining my mother, like when I was upside down, and when Sonakshi comes up to me and she's like, Tajdar, and I say Alam.
Yeah.
So that Alam, what I said was basically Mama.
Oh, wow.
So that was the whole subtext and the whole thing, because when you're in pain, you call your mom, right?
Yeah, of course.
So like, so for me, it was that moment for me. Have you seen 12 years of slave? 12 years of a slave? The movie 12 Years of a Slave?
No, I have heard of it. I haven't seen it though, unfortunately.
Okay, you watch it.
After watching it. Your recommendation.
Yeah. And then there's a scene where this girl is being tied to a tree and she's being whipped.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
probably why I haven't seen it.
I really wanted. that is one of my. I want to be in that scene. Like if I'm in a scene, I'm being whipped, bro. The kind of thing that I'll do for that. Like I've actually taken out some.
I believe it's a picture about you. You seem to enjoy torture. You seem to enjoy wanting to be dead. What's going on? Please don't say that to us.
I'm not into BDSM.
You're killing us here.
But I feel like those are so intense, and that's not. It's not regular things that you go through in life. So to kind of portray those emotions, it's like you really have to dig deep into yourself.
Yes.
And you really have to feel.
Yeah.
So because normally in life I don't really feel much. Yeah. Like I'm like okay, whatever, because you what's the point of getting hurt or getting too happy? I think I'm like this in life, Yeah. But over there it's my playground. I get to feel whatever I want to feel, and you can't really tell me anything. So,
that's true. And those emotions, you're right, they are the most difficult. So I suppose you want to pick the most toughest emotions to put on screen. So yeah, that's good. You're setting yourself a challenge. I think you're listening to your father and your guru for sure. So I think what I wanted to ask was, so you die in the end, but Heeramandi 2, we have heard, is now on the cards, on the table. Is there a chance that you might come back as Alam and Tajdar's son?
I don't know.
You're not going to tell me anything, are you? Okay. That's fine.
I don't have any confirmation to say anything. I I'm in no position to share such
Because
things.
the story could continue with you as the son coming back.
I mean, look, I've given my best, and Bhansali sir has really written such a great character as Tajdar. So no, I can't really say, but I do want to be part of it, and let's. I think that God is kind and Sir likes me, so let's pray. You pray for me, all right? You put it out there in the universe for me.
I am. Now that you told me what the meaning of your name is in the surah, I'm gonna pray that one for you for sure. So that's my promise for you. So obviously, Heeramandi 2, please make sure Taha's in there. Thank you. My final 2 questions for you. Obviously, this is such a big ensemble cast in Heeramandi. Lots of you working on it, and looking at the promotions, you all looked like you had a really good time. Who did you bond with the most?
Who did I bond with the most? I think I bonded most with Charmin. We spent the most amount of time together.
Yeah.
And besides that, I guess it would have to be Farida Jalal ma'am.
Yeah.
Because she's cute. Yeah. I think she's cute. It's because I feed off people's energy.
Yeah.
Right. And what is acting but reacting, right? So when she's giving it, you just feel like you're so like bunny. I feel like
did she mothered you?
She grandmothered me. She great mothered me.
Bless. And I think I'm going to finish on, obviously everybody knows that Sonakshi Sinha's got married recently. Have you managed to catch up with your co-star and warm wedding wishes for her?
No, I spoke to her before the wedding happened. I think because I knew that after the wedding, she's the new life. Yeah. It's going to get really busy in being now a new wife and life for her. Yeah. So no, I haven't been able to catch up with her after. I literally just came back to Mumbai yesterday morning. So if I could, I'll just definitely wish her. I'm going to have to send her a gift. So I'll do that for sure. But I wish her all the best, man. She's really an incredible person, and they both make an incredible pair. I've met Iqbal as well, and they're really good people.
Oh, that's lovely. And I just want to wish you congratulations, because obviously this won't be in the interview because it's embargoed, but we heard that you're coming to London to receive an award.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Actually, yes.
Hopefully there'll be many more.
No, I love London. I love UK. I've been there twice, but of course only for vacation, I guess. When before my career happened, I went there once, and I've loved it. So let's hope that there's a connection, that I can do something more than just I want to be the first James Bond.
That's good.
The first Indian James Bond.
I think you definitely could. I think there's definitely scope, because James Bond gets battered, he gets tortured. You want that, don't you?
I love it. I can do it best.
I think you can too. Let's put it in good words.
Look, we Indians are really doing so well in the UK,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't an Indian be James Bond?